In this video, we are going to show the procedure of Davidov's laparoscopic vaginoplasty modified by us. This young girl had MRKH syndrome and vaginal agenesis, so she was needing a vaginoplasty. From below, with the help of Hegar's dilator, both sides the space is created and then the medial raphe is cut sharp. This way, a nice space is created between urethra and the rectum. Then laparoscopy is done, and one can see both the Mullerian buds and a connective tissue band between the two. An incision is given into the pelvic peritoneum from one round ligament to another round ligament, and the bladder is dissected away from the pelvic peritoneum anteriorly. This is the vaginal plate and the bladder is dissected. Then posteriorly, an incision is given into the rectovaginal fold of peritoneum. The purpose is to separate the rectum away and then obtain a loose peritoneum which will be used to line the neovagina. This U-cut incision can be extended up as much as the length of the peritoneal graft required to suture it up to the introitus without much tension. One can see the rectum is being separated from this newly created space. An incision is given by the side of the uterosacral, so to further mobilize the pelvic peritoneum, which will be taken to the introitus to line the newly created vagina posteriorly. One can see the ureter also directly visualized through this dissection. After this, a probe is inserted into this newly created vagina and incision is given on the top of the probe. With this, the pelvic cavity is in direct contact with the newly created vagina. The probe is being removed. Suture is taken at 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock position, and the peritoneum is mobilized up to the introitus, where it will be sutured to the introitus with the vaginal epithelium at introitus. So now the newly formed vagina is totally covered with the pelvic peritoneum. A mold is inserted. This is a foam mold where a catheter is put in a way so that one can deflate and inflate and put the depth of the mold, width of the mold according to one's requirement. So deflated mold is inserted and then it is inflated as required. After that, previously we used to use a purse string suture, but we have modified. This connective tissue band is sutured vertically up. This will make the anterior vaginal wall up to the uterine buds. As in nature, uterus sits on the top of the vagina, so this will create the vault. So vertical sutures are given up to when both the buds are coming medially on the future vault. After that, we start a purse string suture, and in this purse string suture, tubes are also removed. Then purse string suture is started, and ovarian ligaments are taken, then pelvic peritoneum, and depending on how much width is required of the vagina, one has to go as high, then the peritoneum covering the sigmoid, taking care not to take a bite into ureter, and another ovarian ligament. This bite into the ovarian ligament has the advantage that the both ovary come in natural position in the midline posteriorly. So if patient requires later IVF, ovum pickup becomes easier because of proper location, pelvic location of the ovaries. This is the newly created vagina, uterine buds at the top, ovaries posteriorly, then few sutures are taken at the level of the vulva so that the mold is left inside for a week. Thank you.